I think we got it. I've been tapering off some anxiety medication, and the last week I've been super dizzy and unable to film. So I decided to, in my own time, try and build a Trixie Motel. It does mean this will be a speed build, which I don't usually do, but it might be a nice change. I don't mind a speed build now and then, cheeky speed build. Anyway, like I said, we are going to be making a Trixie Motel in The Sims 4. Trixie Motel is actually a TV show. I think it's on Discovery Plus in the US. Unfortunately, I don't have access to it, so I haven't seen it. I know, it's the saddest thing ever, because when I heard about it, all I wanted to do is watch it, and I can't because I'm in Australia, and Australia is the last place to get anything. So I decided to build it in The Sims 4. You know, what is a girl meant to do except build their dreams in The Sims 4 when it can't happen in real life? The motel looks absolutely gorgeous. And on the TV show, I think they flip an old motel into a new motel. Why do I keep saying hotel? I don't know. And there's all these different themed rooms. There's the atomic bombshell room. I think this is my favorite. Queen of Hearts room, which I feel like we need the vibrating heart bed from The Sims 1 in here. That would have been perfect to recreate. The Malibu Barbara room. There's a lot of like island theme. There's a lot of, it looks Barbie to me, a lot of the rooms, but 60s mods, postmodern, flower power suite, which reminds me of the Brady Bunch, Yeehaw cowgirl suite. And I really, really like the Honeymoon Suite. I just love the colors, very pretty. And I've only been able to look at the website and Google Images to get information about it. And I even went on Google Satellite to look up the shape and floor plan of it, which I know is really sad. But how gorgeous is this place? I want to go here in real life. I think it's amazing. And there's the gorgeous Trixie as well, looking fabulous. I just really hope this comes to Australia at some point. If you guys are lucky enough to have seen it, let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to hear what you guys thought about it. So jumping into Sims 4, to create this motel, I decided to build in Oasis Springs because it's built in real life in Palm Springs, California. I've never been to Palm Springs. I don't actually really know what it's like except for having seen it on TV. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle's Palm Spring house. That's really all I know about it. So I was like, hey, it kind of sounds like Oasis Springs. I guess I'll build there. And usually I don't like to build in Oasis Springs because the lighting really bothers me because it's like all orangey and yellowy. But I actually don't mind it for this build. I feel like the colors of the build kind of work interestingly in this world. And right now we are creating a love heart shaped pool, which is really, really cool. I actually saw a tutorial on Reddit on how to do this, and I thought I gotta try that in The Sims 4. It wasn't actually a tutorial, but figured it out from what they had said, and James might have helped me a little bit to make sense of it. But basically you build the shape of the love heart on the second floor, and then on the ground floor you build the pool in a similar shape, and then you lower the first floor down to the ground floor, delete the flooring after you've put a fence around it, and it creates a working pool. So cool. I love this love heart pool, and I feel like it's not going to be the last one we make. Now, I know what you're thinking. Some of you guys are thinking, well, Deli, the actual motel doesn't actually have a love heart pool. I know. Okay, so since I haven't watched the show, and since we're in The Sims 4, we are going to be heavily inspired by Trixie Motel, but we can't make literally the exact same thing. So there's going to be a few things changed around. Actually, the whole thing's completely different, but inspired by it, okay? Let's not pretend it's exactly the same. It is going to be different because it's in The Sims 4. And unless I had custom content and mods making exactly the same beds, exactly the same wallpapers, it's gonna look a little different. The reason why I did a love heart pool is because in The Sims 4, if we were to create the bean-shaped pool like in real life, to create that shape, I guess we could have done a similar tactic to this, but if we really wanted to make it look good, I would have had to use move objects on and place like lots of different objects around the pool to create the shape, which the reason why I don't want to do that is because I like to have a nice balance between the build and what it looks like making the build look cool, but I also want it to be enjoyable to play Sims in. Like, I like to use my builds. So for that reason, I kind of steer away from doing those really cool custom shaped pools as much as I love looking at them in The Sims 4. I just sometimes your Sims can't actually use the pool. Other times the objects aren't very good for Sim routing. Other times the objects aren't great in different camera views. So that was the reason why I did the love heart. And third of all, I don't even know if we're up to number 3, but let's say we're up to number 3. I feel like a love heart is very Trixie Mattel. So I think Trixie would approve. I think Trixie occasionally has watched a Deligracy video. So there's also the chance Trixie might see this. And if she does, I hope she likes it. I really do. I love what they've done on the show. Not that I've seen the show. I want to see the show, but I absolutely love the pictures I love what I've seen online. So sad. This is the worst thing about living in Australia because we are the last place to get so many things. It's like, because we're so far away, we get totally forgotten about. And then we have weird laws here probably that are really protective media laws that don't help, and like, don't even get me started on the food industry. We're not allowed to have specific food coloring from the US. It might be for a good reason. I don't really know, but all I know is a lot of foods you can't have in Australia. Just a little bit of Australian facts for you. I'm just complaining because I just want to watch this TV show. Deli really needs to watch it. Right now we're creating Trixie's cactus garden. I believe that's a feature at the hotel. I've seen on Google reviews a lot of patrons taking pictures in front of it, which is really cute. So we had to include that. And the entire build is custom content free. You will see in this video me trying to use a bit of custom content. I was like, oh, should I use a little bit of Deligracy, little dicker custom content? Because we had the curved mirror, which I thought would be great. But in the end, I'm thinking of you console players. You guys, I wanted you to be able to download it. So there's no custom content here. I've just run wild with all the packs. Before I was on YouTube and I played Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3. Heck, I was playing SimTown and Sim Safari back in the day. The real OG Sims. That's right, she's a real OG. When I played those games, I never had all the packs. And it wasn't until I was luckily given packs by EA to review that I was able to accumulate all of them. So I would not expect many of you guys to have all the packs. I know some of you do, which is amazing. But what I guess I'm trying to get at is sometimes I feel bad using all the packs in the build because I know realistically, most people don't have all the packs, obviously. But then again, I know you guys love seeing the creativity and just seeing everything, just how you can use everything. So I feel like this is a build where let's just run wild. I like to run wild in most builds, let's be honest. Yeah. I feel like on the Deligracy channel, you guys are pretty happy with it too. Like most of the feedback I get is, please just use everything. So I'm like, okay, I'm happy with that. Although I don't mind doing, base game or restricted pack builds too. That's always a good time as long as I can use Eco Lifestyle and Dream Home Decorator, it's fine. So you'll see a lot of the mid-century influence coming in here. Also the pool area in the original or the real life motel, it actually has this really cool like sun ray pattern coming out of the pool. I did try to recreate that in The Sims 4, but with The Sims 4 grid and being restricted by that and the shape of the love heart pool, it looked horrendous. So I decided to go with the checkerboard pattern, which I still think goes well with the build. This room, I decided to be a little bit inspired by the Queen of Hearts room that exists in the hotel, but I decided to do single beds for a couple of the rooms because I wanted this to be family friendly for Sims, but also sometimes the Sims don't want to share a bed. And if you want to have multiple Sims on a lot, if you turn this into a vacation lot, you have your Sim family, siblings, they might not want to share a bed. So you have the option of these beds there. And also you can invite on vacations other Sims too. So you might want to do that. And it just gives you a few options, okay? Again, we're not literally copying what's in the hotel. I'm well aware that those rooms all have the double beds, but in The Sims, for gameplay purpose, I think it works well. We are making the Trixie Cactus garden over here, Trixie's Cactus Garden. I love that. Yeah, I think it looks cute. Also, these cactus plants, if you're thinking they're custom content, they're not. They're just from using some build sheets to get to the extra catalog, live edit mode, and hidden objects too. I use a little bit of, and that just allows me to use objects or items you see around the world but isn't actually in the catalog, because these objects use, or they work slightly differently to the ones that are tailored for players to use without cheats. So you can still have those in your game if you're on console or on PC, but it just takes an extra step to get to them if you want to put them in your gameplay. I also love those lights. I think those lights, or the fairy lights or the lanterns, they're from the toddler pack. I think the shades look really cute. I actually love the white picket fence. I just love it all. I really, really like his build. And yeah, the reason why it is a speed build is because I've been going off of, or lowering my anxiety medication that I've been on for, girl, it's been a long time. And I was really dizzy the last week, so I just did this on and off bit by bit, filmed it as a speed build, and I actually forgot to record in a lot of parts. I'm sorry, but hopefully you guys get a good blend of watching bits and pieces of it be put together. I think a couple of the rooms we'll see in the walkthrough at the end, but you'll also see several of the rooms being made too. This room here, this is like a pastel room that originally was just going to be pastel pink and pastel green, just like the pink flamingo suite in the real Trixie Motel. And then I was inspired also by this rug in the pastel pop pack that Plumbella also collaborated on. I've been wanting to use this pack in a build for so long, but I felt like it just wasn't fitting into any of my builds. So this build, I was like, yes, we're using that pack. So we're using pastel pop side tables, pastel pop wallpaper, rug, the bed I think is from high school years, and I just think it's come together really well. And one of the things I really, really love about the Trixie Motel is just the fun color schemes that are just like a few colors put together, repeated throughout the whole room, and there's something about that really strict color theme or reusing patterns around a room that's very, very retro and a lot of fun. I remember when I was looking at houses before we moved here, I went to this house that had not been changed since the 70s. Like, it was incredible. It was so cool to walk through it because, I'm not kidding you, the bedspread was the same fabric as the rug, which was the same fabric as the curtains, which was the same fabric as the bin. I don't know how they managed to get this same pattern on cotton linen, as well as like wallpaper to maybe put around the bin. I don't know where they got this pattern from, or if it was like custom printed onto everything. I don't even know how you do that in the 70s, but everything matched. And I noticed in the Trixie Motel, a few of the bed suites, like the bed matches the cushions on the armchairs and stuff like that. And I just thought that was really fun. I would have loved to be able to just like paint and draw shapes on the walls of the sim rooms. I feel like that would be a really cool feature if they did that in the next Sims generation. That would be cool. Project Renesmee, as we like to call it. That would be fun. Now this room, this is inspired by I'm just trying to find the room online. This is inspired by the Atomic Bombshell room, so the blue room. And I couldn't really do any similar bedspread at all because they have a round bed with like a space pattern on it. So I decided instead of doing the space theme, I would run with the color scheme. So we're still using that really dark, it's kind of a dark and vibrant blue, isn't it? Electric blue. And then we've got the pastel colors in there as well. The pink, the kind of pastel, can we call it salmon? Pastel salmon. Pastel flesh? I don't know why am I calling it the weirdest things? I'm clearly still slightly cooked on my medication if I'm calling it pastel salmon. Anyway, and the banana yellow. Banana yellow is normal, thank gosh. I also put in fans. I'm a fan of the fans in the build. I never use fans in any other build, but I think because of that kind of Tropicana theme that I saw in the other motel, in the original motel, I thought that was kind of a good idea. And yeah, lots of blue features. I also decided to put little kitchenettes, like little mini fridges and coffee makers in a lot of the rooms just so the Sims can eat, because I've realized kind of halfway through the build they have no food. So I thought that was a bit of an issue. I think at the actual Trixie Motel, they have cute like snack bags and things you can get. I think that's the way they're doing it. There's also a little shop there where they sell Trixie's makeup, cosmetics, and a few things like that, and towels and stuff, which is really cute. You can use the swimming pool. Oh my gosh, and I don't know how I forgot to put in flamingos for like the whole build. They are a big feature of the actual motel around the pool area, and flamingos are obviously also a big feature of The Sims. They're like in every Sims game, and I just didn't realize until the very end. So luckily I did remember at the very end of the build, and I do put some in before we walk through it. The bathroom, every room has its own bathroom. The bathrooms were really hard to do because I really wanted the bathrooms to look retro, but it's hard to color coordinate and have interesting colors of bathrooms in The Sims 4 that also go with the color schemes of the rooms. So I did find myself using these, I think these are City Living bathtubs a little bit, and I was trying really hard to get the bathrooms to work, and I'm actually thrilled with how the bathrooms turned out. Every bathroom is kind of different with its own character, and they are really retro looking. Like they kind of look like they've come out of the 60s or the 70s, and yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys in the final walkthrough. So definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think of this build, and if you want to download it, you can. My username's Deligracy on the gallery, and I also love that wallpaper. This room, this is kind of like the Barbie room. I guess it's a little bit inspired by the room that I call the Brady Bunch room at the actual Trixie Motel. I think it's called the Flower Power Suite. So it's a completely different color scheme. I've used the pink and green in another room that's in the Flower Power Suite at the Trixie Motel. But I've used kind of this flower power theme in this room. Again, being inspired by it, not literally doing the same thing. Realized that I wanted to do the flower power because we have this flower power looking bed. It just wasn't in the same swatches as the flower power room at the Trixie Motel. So it was kind of like, do we go with the color scheme or do we go with the flowers? I decided to go with the flowers. Do you love the fluffy, the fluffy rug? The fluffy rug really does, or the fluffy carpet really stresses me out just from a hygiene perspective. I have a weird relationship with carpet. Like in Australia, I don't think you really need carpet in a lot of areas, especially where we live, because it doesn't really get that cold. Like it doesn't snow here. And I'm not elderly, so I don't need carpet for like my body underneath my feet. And I'm not disabled either or injured. So I feel like we're okay to go without carpet at this point in our life. So I got rid of all the carpet in the house because I'm like, I've seen those videos of what gets stored in carpet, and since watching them, I'm changed. I can't have it. So I think my sister's the same too. We're like anti-carpet. But I feel like if you need carpet for comfort, for warmth, like totally makes sense. It's just as long as I can avoid it, I will. So this, I'm not sure how I feel about this room. I would not stay in this room. I do like the little kitchenette area though, and I do like the colors. It's a little bit of a Care Bear room as well. I'm a huge fan of the Care Bears. Big fan of the Care Bears. So I might call this like the Care Bear Brady Bunch room. The Care Bear Brady Bunch. What a collab that would be. Here comes the flamingos, yay! The flamingos are finally coming in. Also, the pool does look better when you're upper floor, which you guys will see soon. I think it looks really cool. You might have got a glimpse of it already. And then after this, we move on to the yellow room, which is heavily inspired by the Honeybee Suite. Is that what they call it? The Honeybee Suite? Oh, Honeymoon Suite. Okay, but it's got a bit of a beehive theme to it. Really, really cute. I do like that room as well. I don't know if I'd stay in the blue room or the honey room. Oh, it'd be so hard to even pick a room. I'd have to be like, surprise me. I don't know. The cosmic room's very cool though. I'm a big fan of blue in bedrooms. I think it's the color mood thing, you know? Like blue is calming, and I feel that. I feel that in the bedroom. That sounds really seedy and shady, so let's not say that. Anyway, I also like the wardrobes. I was going to do just like built-in wardrobes, but I thought, you know what? These items are so much fun. Let's run with them. So this is our Honeymoon Suite, and the bathroom's really fun. You can see a glimpse of that there. Also, these room dividers I never use because the default swatch is a completely different pattern on them that I don't really like, that kind of looks like, what does it look like? A prison fence? So I've never used it, but it's actually really cool. Like the funky 60s pattern on it. So that was good discovery. You won't believe it. This carpet is from Spooky Stuff Pack. My most disliked stuff pack is Spooky Stuff Pack, but not in this room. This is great carpet. You know, we've turned the Spooky Stuff Pack into a positive in this room, and I would not change a thing. I'm glad to have spooky stuff in my life now. I'm now grateful for it, and I never was. So, you know, beautiful things have come out of this build as well. I love this little kitchenette. Oh yeah, you could have seen just the other swatches right then. But yeah, that looks really cool. I love the yellow, the orange. This is probably a color palette I've never really experimented with. I don't think I've ever done like all warm colors. Usually I'm always trying to balance colors or just go all cool colors or all neutrals. But this was cool. I was very inspired by this room, and I actually really like this room. And I was also very excited to see we could match the bedspread to the little ottomans at the end of the bed. I was like, yes, true 60s style. So we definitely had to put those there. But yeah, the beds are probably the most difficult thing in this build, just because the beds, the beds in the actual motel are so creative. I assume they got them custom made. I mean, maybe they found the beds and then like designed the rooms around them. I don't know, but maybe if you've watched the TV show, they mention it in the show, but I was like, wow, those beds are insanely cool. And we just don't have them in The Sims 4. So that was probably the hardest thing. Could have used custom content, but, you know, just think of your console players. You guys have it so tough. I couldn't make it tougher for you. And then I loved using the color filters while building this as well. I feel like the color filters were so useful in this build just because everything is so strictly color coordinated. That was the most useful thing. I did use a little bit of the style filters too, like for the space themed room. I tried to use the Cosmica filter, although that one didn't have that much in it. Like some of the filters are really good, some of them are a little, there's not as much in them, but yeah, filters are a good time. Love those new lights. Those are from the bathroom clutter kit. Those lights were a really fun find. And I've just decided to pause on the crockery kitchen herb rack because I must have really liked that the other day. Not really. And then next door to this room, you can see the office. And the office does have the kind of Beverly Hills classic banana leaf wallpaper, which is very iconic. I think that's in the Beverly Hills Hotel. I think that's where that kind of became famous. And now you see it a lot all around the world now, actually. But it is a great wallpaper. It's definitely a classic. Anyway, let's jump into the final build. I'm so excited to show you guys what it turned out to look like. All right, you guys, here we are at the Trixie Motel in The Sims 4. Look at our gorgeous love heart pool. And Trixie looking gorgeous, but oh no, is Trixie busting for the toilet? Oh no, she's exhausted. Wait, stop looking at your phone. Let's have a look at this amazing outfit and this amazing makeup. I'll link it in the description down below. I found it on the Sims resource and it's absolutely amazing. Anyway, enough about Trixie. It's all about Trixie's motel. But we love Trixie too. Oh, okay. Fully in the, oh, I think I just designed the outfit as swimwear, my bad. But still looking fabulous. All right, so this is the Trixie Motel. I think it does capture like a similar vibe to the real life one. Obviously, it's totally Sims and a little bit different. But let's maybe go to the reception. So you would arrive. They have pink rocks at the real life one. I thought that was kind of cool, so I tried to make these as pink as possible. So in here's the reception. Oh, looks like Jeffrey's going to be coming. Wait, are you not coming with your husband? Hold on a second, what is going on here? Is Jeffrey with another woman? The high school teacher, that's tea time. Anyway, this is the office, so you can come in here. I actually don't know what the actual office looks like. I was a little bit confused with which room it was, but this is my version of the office. I thought that was kind of cool. Green, pink, which we've seen in other parts of the real life motel. The pool area is lots of fun. And, oh, Trixie! Oh, look at that. Sleeping in the pool. That's fab. That's great. You know what? I feel a little uncomfortable that you're sleeping in the pool. Maybe you could just have a nap on the chair instead. Let's go into our first room. So this is a bit of a mashup of a few of the rooms. I think it looks very Barbie, this room. Like a bit Malibu Barbie, but completely different to the Malibu Barbie version in the real motel. I love the little kitchenette and the yellow on these wooden battens. I think they look really cool. And then this is the only room with a little patio with some coconut chairs. So I guess it has a little bit of a Malibu Barbara edge to it, but a different color scheme. So that's this room. So it'd be a good room for kids maybe, or teens. This is the bathroom, which I thought was pretty cool. It does have a bit of an ocean theme to it, you know, it could go with the Malibu theme. And then I've actually put a shower in here behind this archway. So I like to shower in there. I thought that was quite nice. So moving along the Love Heart pool, let's go into the next room. So this is our green and pink room. This is a little bit like the flamingo room, but we've got purple in there as well. That's really nice. I love the freezer bunny little statue on the shelf. So this is what it looks like. It has a bit of a kitchenette in the corner. Well, it does have a kitchenette. It's not a bit of a kitchenette. And then the bathroom, this might be one of my favorite bathrooms in the build just because it looks legit dated, but kind of in a retro cool way. I think it's the flooring and also like the mats on the floor that makes it look particularly retro, but I kind of love it. It's like sprinkles flooring. It looks like the flooring's meant to go on top of a green cupcake, but it's kind of gone a little bit moldy. Yes, I really like that. All right, and then the next room right here, right near the bar. This one's a good one. Lots of pink and green in here. This is the other twin room. The rest, I think, are doubles, but I thought this was really fun too. And let me know in the comments down below which room you would like to stay in if you were staying in the Sims version, and also if you were staying in the real life version. This is the bathroom. The bathroom's pretty sick, and it does have a flamingo in it, you know, showing a little bit of flamingo inspiration in there. And this is the only one where you can make friends with the toilet. I don't believe that's in the real life motel, so that's a little perk in my version of the hotel. Oh, having a bit of a drink, bit of a sad drink, that's okay. Love Greta on the bar there. I'd love to just sit here next to the Love Heart pool. Does anyone have a Love Heart pool? There must be one somewhere. Oh, Trixie's just so tired, so tired. Okay, so this is the room that was kind of inspired by the Cosmic Room. It was really hard to have both the color theme and the space theme, so I just kind of went with the color theme. I wish I could have the same round bed in the game, but you know, there is a space poster on the wall. I wish it was Trixie's face on there instead though. Yeah, this is super cute. And then of course we have our little coffee maker in the corner. And then the bathroom. This bathroom's kind of cool. It's a little bit more neutral, you know, a bit more dark, a little bit more moody with the classic bowling flooring. I also like the fluorescent lighting on the wall. All right, and here's the Care Bear room, or the Flower Power inspired room. This one's pretty cute, very spacious as well, blues and pinks. They've even got some Care Bear clouds up there too. And then the bathroom's kind of similar to the bedroom as well. It's very well matched, the pink and the blues as well. And the toilet and the bathtub are also pink. All right, last of all, we're going into the Honeymoon Suite. So this is the yellow inspired room. I added a bit of blue in there as well, just because it was in the bedspread, just kind of making it work with the Sims items. But I absolutely love, love, love the matching bedspread and the ottoman fabric. Super cool. The orange fairy chair, I just want to sit on it and pat it. And then they've actually got a kitchenette hidden away here, a bit of a private kitchenette. And then the bathroom's so cool. This is my favorite bathroom, definitely. Just because I love the colors, love the brown toilet paper. It goes with the wallpaper. It's recycled, so we love it. And yeah, I think that looks really cool. I guess that one's like the most obviously inspired by the rest. Trixie, are you awake, babe? And then we saw her in here, didn't we? Yeah. Interesting. Interesting outfit today. So yeah, let me know what you think. Not sure where Trixie's off to, but she's looking fabulous as ever, even when busting. I hope you guys liked the build. It's definitely popping off. I actually placed it as a bar here. And yeah, let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to share it with Trixie Mattel if you want to. I'd love her to see it. And yeah, if you would like to download it, it's on the gallery. My username is Deligracy. As always, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll speak to you all soon. Back.